Welcome back to Tales of Myths and Legends. I am back with another Hogwarts Legacy video. If you're wondering about Dying Light episode 12, apparently that video got corrupted and deleted. Yeah, can't salvage that one. So, next video is gonna be episode 13. Out of my hail. Out of my hands, I mean. Now, let's continue where we left off, shall we?
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Yeah, buddy.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Yeah.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
The door is looking at us.
Looks like we going in a stealth mission.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Potato! Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Confirm.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. We'll see. I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin. I've read about mines like this, but seeing it is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Revelio.
Watch your step round here. Hello? Over here!
Back here.
I won't miss. Fire! I won't rest until you're...
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Yes, of course.
Hopefully no one else heard that.
feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Revelio. Let's take a look around our meet. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be planned. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There
Revelio.
must be more notes around here. What could they be building? Right. Don't wish to be seen.
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. We don't see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
So there's still people around.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
I wonder if that's something. Oh, can't go that way.
Could do with a nice mushroom stew. Who's there?
Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for what is
Totalis.
Calls him.
Revelio. Patricius Totalis.
The wizards win.
Surprise!
Oh, this is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Well, how should I go?
Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Okay, apparently we're going this way.
Revelio. It's Titanus.
Quiet. Too quiet, you ask me.
What was that? Feel as though I'm not alone.
It's Titanus.
Hello?
Revelio. Confringo.
Good as new.
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
should bring them. Accio.
I knew it.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Why did I have a feeling there was going to be an ambush waiting for us? I guess I'm wrong.
Can we please talk?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle.
Oh no.
What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Why do I have a sense saying that it's probably bigger than a nuclear bomb?
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I finally realized what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
I'm probably gonna go
We
with
need
the
to see what
stealthy
they're
up.
doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Revelio! There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
What am I doing here? This patrol is worthless.
Revelio.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Who's there?
Revelio. Patricus Totalis.
I'm just like Batman.
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
Maybe this is a way we can sneak around.
We're making quick progress.
By the way, if you guys didn't hear me, episode 12 of Dying Light got corrupted and it was non-salvageable, so that's why this comes before this video. Yeah, I kind of have a system. Hogwarts and Metro did Dying Light. I kind of do that in that cycle.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknock.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
This will not go well for you.
I will make you pay. I won't rest.
How many Nerrox loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio. Confringo.
Get over here, you bunch of spiders.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Levioso. Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio.
Let's do a parallel spell. Here it is. By the way, I wonder if they're gonna do a Hogwarts anime. That was pretty easy.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Nerrox loyalists have all but declared war.
Yeah.
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Let's
Why
get
am I
ready
not
to
surprised?
rumble.
Oh, we
So we're not finished yet. It's almost like they would wait. Revelio.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not
Yep.
a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for.
Eh.
Bombarda. Confringo. Leviosa. Accio.
Now, we can have a look around in peace.
Confringo.
Symbol.
Above Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Confringo.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Oh, right over there.
Wasn't expecting that.
But if you do want to read these
What do you have
notes,
there?
just pause the video when you see them.
By Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now,
I knew
the
it.
trek. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
your words tell me otherwise. Yes, words means different once he says them.
I hope Professor Fitz...
My next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is.
Yeah,
I
bye.
had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Well, I feel like this is a good stopping point to end this video. If you want more, like, subscribe, and share. Catch you guys on the next time. Bye-bye.